So ladies and gentlemen, we're testing another 4-2-3-1 formation, this time called the Dirty Martini. We're testing it with 4 teams across the top 5 leagues in Europe. So let's run the intro, let's see how we get on. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 7 of this tactics test series. As you know by now, my name's Korky. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you're enjoying the series so far. We are testing a bunch of tactics. We have 10 in total. We're going to see at the end how we get on and try and build a more perfect rounded tactic from that. A quick bit of housekeeping before we do go on. We're testing this with 4 teams in Europe. If you're unfamiliar, they are Nice in France because they have no European competition, Spurs in England because they have Europa Conference League football, Lazio in Italy because they have Europa League football, and Wolfsburg in Germany because they have Champions League football. All these coupled with their own domestic league and cup competitions as well. So let's get a look at the tactic first of all, and then we'll go on and look at the results after that. So here we have the tactic. As you can see, it is a 4-2-3-1. We've called this one the Dirty Martini. Again, a reference to Ted Lasso. If you are watching Ted Lasso, if you enjoy the series, we do have a Life After Lasso series, which you can find a link for up here, where we take over AFC Richmond and guide them through 3 seasons in the Premier League. We're going to look at the team instructions here. First of all, as you can see, it is attacking mentality. When we're in possession, we're going to attack extremely wide. We're going to have our fullbacks overlap on both sides. We're going to do shorter passing and a higher tempo. We're going to aim low crosses and we're going to work the ball into the box. No additional instructions there. In transition, we're going to look to counter press and counter attack. No specific goalkeeper instructions in terms of distribution. When we're out of possession, we're going to play with a standard line of engagement. We're going to play a higher defensive line. We're going to employ the offside trap. We're going to play with a standard width as well. We're going to trigger press more often, and we're going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So that's the team instructions, nice and simple. Let's have a look at the player instructions. In goal, we have a goalkeeper on defend duty. Take fewer risks is the only additional instruction. In fullback, we have 2 fullbacks with the same instruction, both on fullback, both with automatic duties. We have cross more often, aim crosses towards the target forward, run wide with the ball and sit narrow. So we want our defenders, our fullbacks to kind of sit in here, and when they're in possession, start to come out here and hug the touchline and create that extra width. In centre midfield, we've gone with what's maybe a bit of a controversial decision. A lot of football manager players do like to play with 2 centre backs on the same duties and the same role. This time we have a central defender on cover duty with take fewer risks. So he's going to drop that little bit deeper in here, try and sweep up. A bit of a sweeper defender really. And next to him we're going to have a ball playing defender on stopper duty. So he's going to kind of come out a little bit more and try and stop attacks before they go too far. No additional instructions, just the default take more risks. In central midfield, we have a ball-winning midfielder on defend duty. No additional instructions. We want him to kind of sweep into midfield and just break up the play and look to pass it out short to start the attack. Beside him in central midfield, we have a central midfielder on automatic duty. No additional instructions there either. On the wings, we have 2 wingers, both on support duty, both with identical instructions. Take more risks. We want them to get up the line a lot more and aim the crosses towards our target forward. So we want them to break into these spaces, stay wide and whip balls into the box. In behind our striker, we have an advanced playmaker on support duty as well. Again, we have him on cross less often. We have dribble more and move into channels. So we don't want him pinging balls from these kind of areas into the box. We want him to move into the channels and we want him to take dribble more as well. So we want him really kind of taking more risks and getting in here and coming in to support our advanced forward who is on attack duty. Take more risks, shoot more often. Pretty standard stuff for our strikers really. So that is the team instructions and the player instructions. Let's go to Nice first of all in France and let's see how we get on with them. So with Nice, it's not been a great season really. We finished in 6th place, qualified for the Europa Conference League for next season. We kind of flirted with 4th and 5th place a little bit, and then we kind of evened out in 6th place. So overall, it's not been a great season really. As you can see, we've lost 13 games here, some of them quite heavily, some of them maybe we could have done a little bit better. In terms of the Coupe de France, we've done pretty well. We've got the semi-final against Angers. We've gone on to lose to PSG in the final. Obviously, you would expect PSG to win all the competitions in France, really, which is obviously the league and the Coupe de France. So again, double winners, no real big surprise. Let's have a little look and see. PSG have won that for 3 years in a row now as well. So that's the performances. As we say, not great performances. Looking at the player stats themselves, you can see Kasper Dolberg has performed very well for us. He scored a total of 33 goals in 41 games. He started quite a lot of those games, obviously, where in previous competition or previous tests he hasn't started as many games. You can see Andy Delors coming in there with 12 assists as well, or 12 goals, apologies. Amine Aguirre coming in with 11, and Mario Lemina coming in with 9 goals as well. In terms of assists, Jordan Amave, Youssef Attal coming in with joint most assists there with 12 each. So our fullbacks are really doing a lot of the creative work there. Kluivert and Dolberg and Bouadou coming in with quite a number of assists as well. Average rating, as we see, Todibo is our best player, Dolberg is our second best player, and Thuram is our third best player. So quite a mix there of best players in terms of defense, midfield, and attack as well. So a very even contribution from all departments. So that is it for Nice. It's been okay. It's not been great, certainly in terms of the league. We haven't performed very well, but we have done a lot better in the cup than we have in previous tests. So we'll go over to Tottenham Hotspur in England and see how we get on in the Premier League. So we've performed much better with Tottenham. We've finished in 3rd place in the league, beaten Arsenal on goal difference. As a Spurs fan, you love to see it. We've won 1 game more than them. We have lost 2 games more, but we've drawn less games than they have. So to beat them on goal difference, it's just that little extra kick in the teeth for Arsenal. So it is. But we've performed very well there. Again, concerning number of defeats. We have lost 11 games. We've lost to Villa, we've lost to Norwich, we've lost to Leicester, Everton, Newcastle and Wolves. All of those games I feel like we probably could have won. And just looking at those results, we've lost Villa, Norwich, Leicester, Everton, Newcastle and Wolves. We've lost all of those games by 1 goal. So a few tactical tweaks. If we were playing the games, we maybe could have rescued some draws, maybe even got some wins. That's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 games potentially we could have got better results in. Figuratively speaking, had we won all those games, we would have finished 2nd place, 1 point behind Liverpool. Liverpool did beat us 3-0 in the league. Even Man United only beat us 1-0 in the league, so we might have even turned that around as well. But it doesn't matter. We've done very well. We finished in 3rd in the league. As we can see here, Friendly Cup, we won that. Who cares? Europa Conference League, we have won the Europa Conference League. That's the 2nd tactic in a row now, if I am correct, that we've won the... It is, yes, the 2nd tactic in a row now that we've won the Europa Conference League. It is the final that everybody predicted in real life at the start of the season. We've played against Roma in the final. A little bit of an extra incentive again as a Spurs fan to beat Jose Mourinho in that game. So we beat them 2-0. As we can see, a relatively even game overall. Stats with the same shots. We had 1 shot more on target. XG was very, very similar, 0.61 to 0.66. Shots off target, very similar as well. So absolutely delighted to come away with the 2-0 victory there. So another gold medal. So absolutely thrilled with that. As we will see as well, in the FA Cup, we got the semi-final where we got knocked out by Chelsea, who went on to beat Man United in the final. And in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, we got beat by Man United, who then went on to lose 2-1 to Liverpool in the final. Having a little look at the stats in the league, Harry Kane has finished top goal scorer with 33 goals in the league. Absolutely thrilled to see that. And unsurprisingly, Harry Kane has the most Man of the Match awards as well. So that's it for the competition performances. Let's have a little look at the team performances and see how we get on. So as you can see, Harry Kane has not only finished top goal scorer in the league, he's actually finished with 65 goals in 61 games, also contributing 7 assists as well. So overall, he's had 72 contributions, but in 61 games. But 65 goals is certainly my highest goal scoring record in any Spurs game. I play a lot of Spurs saves in Football Manager. 65 goals is the most I've seen so far. Following on from that, we have Heung-min Son with 17 goals. Even Harry Winks is contributing 14 goals. That's not something you would ever see in real life. Lucas Moura with 14. And Kulusevski with 10 goals as well. Even Bentancur getting in with 9 goals. Højbjerg, surprisingly this time, only contributing 5. Not as many as he has with previous tests. In terms of assists, Lucas Moura with the most on 16. Stevie Bergwijn contributing 14. Harry Winks again playing very, very well this season with 14 assists. Reguilon with 13. Kulusevski with 13. And Emerson Royal with 13 as well. So definitely our fullbacks contributing a lot of assists there. And our average ratings for the season, unsurprisingly, Harry Kane has been our best player. Emerson Royal coming in with second best player. And even Jaffa Tanganga, although only playing a total of 21 games all season, contributed 2 goals and 1 assist, is our fourth best player. Our third best player of the season. And as you see there, Ben Davies and Reguilon coming in the top 5 as well. So definitely our fullbacks, very, very important throughout the season. Jaffa Tanganga would have played a number of those games at fullback as well. Absolutely thrilled with those contributions. The stats, I mean, Harry Kane, as we say, 65 goals. That's his best return in any Football Manager game that I've seen, that I've played. So with Spurs, overall, it's been very, very good. We finished third. We won the Europa Conference League. We got a semi-final and a quarter-final in the Cups. Friendly Cup, who cares? So let's move over to Lazio, and we'll see, certainly if Harry Kane scoring 65 goals, I'm expecting big things from Ciro Immobile. So let's see how they get on. So things have gone very well for us with Lazio. We have won the league yet again with Lazio. That's 3 tactics in a row now. 3 league wins in a row with Lazio. Absolutely delighted with that. It is only by a point, which we will see came probably on the last day of the season there. We'll have a look at the final fixtures. Final game of the season, we beat Lazio 2-0 to take the league title on the final day. As we can see, Ciro Immobile, 42 league goals this season, 9 better than Harry Kane's league return. Unsurprisingly, Immobile finishing top goal scorer in the league, or highest average rating, and also with the most player of the match awards. Milinkovic-Savic coming in with not a great disciplinary record there, 15, second most yellow cards in the league, but Pepe Reina coming in with the second most clean sheets as well. As we can see, Andre Anderson and Raul Moro coming in with in the top 5 for distance covered per 90 minutes. So that's it for the league performance. In the Europa League, didn't go quite so well. We finished third in the group, narrowly by 2 points. We'll have a little look at the results there, and we'll see where we could have done better. Group stages, we are in Group E. So let's have a little look at the group. So having a little look at Group B here, as we can see, we beat Neftchi Baku 9-1, which was a fantastic result. Obviously new guys to the competition. Against Genk there, they have beat us 1-0. We've beat Sociedad, we've drawn with Sociedad, we then lost to Genk again. So those really were the 2 key fixtures there. If we had even one of those games, we lost 1-0, we lost 2-1. If we had won one of those games, it would have went to head-to-head. It might have gone to the goal differences in that, but it's fine. It's okay. It's not the worst. We did then go into the Europa Conference League, where we got knocked out, ironically, by Tottenham Hotspur in the semi-final. So just have a quick look there. Lazio played Spurs. Spurs beat Lazio 7-0 on aggregate. So not a great performance in the Europa Conference League. As we can see, Ciro Immobile scoring 13 goals in the Conference League. Harry Kane with 33 in total. Obviously, playing a lot more games as well, so he did. But in the Coppa Italia, we have won that as well. We've beaten Roma 2-0 in the final. I feel a little bit sorry for Roma because they've got the 2 cup finals and they've lost both of them, and both of them 2-0. But again, as a Spurs fan, Jose Mourinho as the Roma manager, I'm a little bit delighted, so that's fine. Again, a pretty evenly contested match for the most part. Stats wise, it's pretty similar, but in the XG, we were just a lot more clinical. So whereas you can see the graph rising quite dramatically there. So we've got 2 trophies with Lazio. We've won the league, we've won the Coppa Italia, so we've done the double, really. Absolutely thrilled. If we didn't play Tottenham Hotspur in the semi-final of the Europa Conference League, I would maybe fancy their chances to go on and win that. But that doesn't matter. We've performed exceptionally well with Lazio. I'm going to look at the player stats, and as we can see, Ciro Immobile again, 71 goals in 57 games, contributing with 9 assists. Luis Alberto with 15 goals. Havani Cabral coming in with 13 goals as well. Pedro Zaccagni, Basic, Milinkovic-Savic all contributing. Assists wise, we have Zaccagni is coming in top with 18, Cabral coming in with 14, Luis Alberto, Felipe Anderson contributing with 13 and 12 each respectively. Average ratings, unsurprisingly, Ciro Immobile is our best player of the season. Luis Alberto coming in second, and Acerbi in defence coming in third. So in terms of our best players in the season, again, it's very much a defence, midfield and striker split. All 3 departments contributing fairly equally in terms of performances. So that is it for Lazio. We've done very well to finish league champions again. That's 3 in a row now. That's 4 out of the 7 tests we've done. Lazio have won the league title. Highly recommend playing with Lazio. I do have a save going on myself, and it has been very, very enjoyable. So definitely worth recommending. But that's it for Lazio. Let's jump over to Germany. Let's get a look at Wolfsburg and see how they got on. So in Germany, with Wolfsburg, things have been okay. They have been brilliant. They haven't been extraordinary in any way. You can see their league performance from the graph. It's a little bit up and down, so as we kind of flirt in around 4th, 5th, 6th place. We ended up finishing in 5th place in the league. Again, we've lost games, a concerning number of games there. Again, some teams I feel like we probably should have beaten. Having a look at the positions, I feel like we probably should have beat Mönchengladbach, who have finished, Borussia Mönchengladbach have finished 2nd in the league. That's a fantastic result for them. So it is. Maybe we shouldn't have beat them. That being said, they beat us 1-0, they beat us 2-0. Maybe we could have got points out of those games at least. Looking at some of the other teams there, I feel like we probably could have beat Stuttgart, who finished bottom of the league. They beat us 1-0. We probably should have won that. We should have beat Hertha Berlin. We should have beat Freiburg, I feel. So there's definitely points to be won there with a few tweaks. We finished 5 points off Champions League. If we had made some tweaks, we probably could have finished in the Champions League places there. Maybe done just a little bit better. In the Champions League, we have finished in 3rd place in the group behind Villarreal and Juventus. We finished on 7 points with a -1 goal difference. So come the final game, we were never going to get through there. Put into the Europa League after that, and as you can see, we got knocked out in the first knockout round by Monaco. So again, not great performances there. And in the Pokal, we get knocked out in the 2nd round. So for Wolfsburg, this has not been something to write home about. Certainly, it's not been a great tactic. Again, that could be based on just the type of players that are at the club. Looking at the team themselves, we have Nemecha coming in with 19 goals in 40 games, so that's almost a goal every 2nd game. The rest of the team not performing quite so well. However, Arnold, our 2nd top goal scorer with 9, Jonas Vind 2nd top with 8, and in terms of assists, no player got double figures in assists. So obviously, because they're not as many goals scored. So for Wolfsburg, this hasn't really been a great formation. It's certainly not been, it's not worked well for the players and the type of players that they have. The same with Nice as well, who finished in 6th in the league, if you remember. So it's not been great for Wolfsburg. It's been very good for Spurs. It's been excellent for Lazio. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to download one of the tactics, you're going to download this one. Use this for Lazio. It performs exceptionally well. But that is it for episode 7 of the series. We have 3 more left to run. And as we mentioned, we will do a final get together of all the results, try and pick out the best parts and try and build a tactic at the end, which will hopefully perform a lot better. But that is it for this episode. We will see you in episode 8 where we play another tactic and we will see how we get on with these teams as well. But until then, thank you for watching. Take care. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do hit that subscribe button. It helps us to bring you more videos like this in the future. In the meantime, you can watch one of these recommended videos, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks again, and take care.